But speaking of good art, I really, really love the art on Death Note, which is number 2. It was a beautifully drawn manga, in my opinion, and then it is a little better translated in writing form. Death Note is a show about you write someone's name down in the Death Note and then they die. So of course it's going to be a little bit better as a book, but the anime was still, the story was so good, it needed to be an anime, and I'm glad it was. I can't tell you how many times I saw the ending when they finally trumped Light, who was the good guy. I mean, he wasn't the good guy, he was the main character. You have a main character who is the bad guy, but then it's all a matter of perspective, because you might agree with what he's doing, but you can't deny that he's crazy and he's off his rocker, and that he does need to be stopped. Because you might agree, like, you know, he is, you know, getting rid of some of the bad people in the world, trying to make it a safer place. But I mean, then you notice he's kind of losing it. He's like, oh, I'll kill anyone who gets in my way. He's willing to get rid of his family. He would get rid of any contacts, just anybody, in order to keep his god form and be Kira. Then you have L, who is his main opponent, and he's just this weird guy. But he's the guy you gotta root for and you gotta love. Like, he sits funny, he eats a lot of sugar, but he's so thin and sits like this, but he's genius, and he's willing to put it all on the line in order to get Light. He'll risk his own safety and anything, just go head to head, and it's just fantabulous to see these two go at it. And then even though he didn't make it to the end, you still gotta love L, because I feel Light cheated anyway, so.
Number one anime. Our favorite.
You can probably guess
this is our favorite.
You can probably guess
this
it.
is just ours.
You can guess it, can't you? You know what we're going to say. You know it.
Dragon Ball Z.
And you know what? The last couple shows that we did talk about are better written. I'm sorry, Akira Toriyama.
They are. They're better written.
And better written.
And they're more consistent as far as their art, because some days Dragon Ball Z art can be crappy in one episode and then amazing the next episode. You know, which
really ticked me off when I wanted to see like a beautiful fight scene, like when they finally Vegito got together, and then the next episode, the next couple episodes weren't drawn very well. But you know, I love the fight scenes. I love the characters. I love their chemistry.
It was just awesome. It was absolutely
just the whole
awesome.
Vegeta Goku thing. Great. Just that.
Oh,
you're a clown. I'm the prince. Why is this happening to me?
I mean, it's just amazing they could take
the enemies, the rivals, and friends who steal each other's food and get ticked off about it.
I mean, you thought the Cell Saga was really good, but I think the whole Buu Saga, reuniting the rivalry between Goku...
Reuniting the rivalry was good.
Goku
the Majin Vegeta thing was good.
That was excellent. That was
Buu thing was kind of weird.
I can't tell you how upset I was, being such a huge Vegeta fan, of when he turned Majin and like denied like Bulma and Trunks. Like, that really hurt.
I think there's never
brilliant. It was brilliant.
Out of everything, every show that I've seen, not just anime, period, I don't think there's a character, and my brother did say this, there isn't really a character like Vegeta anywhere. Vegeta is one of the all-time best characters, I would say. First, there was Dragon Balls. You got Goku as a kid traveling around. There's this kid with like this superhuman strength. You know, it's a funny cartoon, and then the next, years later, he's grown up. He's married the girl that was in his life, and he's had a kid. And all of a sudden, his past comes back to haunt him. And then you have Raditz, and Raditz coming. Raditz was the whole so funny. Saiyan Saga was really, really good. It was really great. I mean, Raditz was hilarious. I'm like, why do people keep putting Raditz in fanfiction? Because I didn't really remember it when I was watching it as a kid, but watching it again, I'm like, this guy is terrible. It was so funny, And so then they finally defeat Raditz, which was, And you know what? The thing that got everybody is, how can you kill your main character at the beginning of the show? Right. It's not like they tricked you and said, oh, he's not the main character, never mind. He was the main character. They just off them.
Right.
It was a bold move. You just watched Dragon Ball and you like, I love this kid, Goku, he's so awesome. Grow, and then you just kill him.
And then he's gone. You know, but you know, you still see him on what he's doing in Otherworld and everything, while everybody else is still training. And after they defeated this guy, that you know, they really like it was just a slim chance of them defeating him. He's saying there's 2 other Saiyans coming that are more powerful than I am.
You're like, oh crap,
right? And so they come, and then they barely, defeat Vegeta, and you know, it was just so good. And then
I think their stories. Well, I don't really care for. I'm sorry, their movies just aren't that great. A few of them are really good, but some of them you could really do without. Even though they might have these cool villains that can do really cool things, it just doesn't add up or really come together. Mm-hmm. But the Saiyan Saga was really well written. Frieza Saga was well written.
Man, you were wanting him to turn Super Saiyan so bad. So bad. I remember that was the first episode I ever saw of Dragon Ball Z was Goku Super Saiyan. I'm just like, what is this show? And I just got so hooked. And when Frieza killed Vegeta, I fell in love. Like, I felt so bad for him. And then it's just like, okay, well, you have to become Super Saiyan. You have to become it now. And Goku's just kind of like, well, I don't know if I am, but I'll try. You know, it's just like, oh. And then when his hair started sparking, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to happen. And then like 3 episodes later, he finally turned Super Saiyan.
When his hair sparked, that's when it happened.
I know, but it just seemed like it took forever. It took forever. It did take forever.
And then it took forever for that planet to explode, too. And you know, I watch a lot of... Obviously, anime has a lot of pauses. A lot of fights that drag on forever. But I can't... Like, Dragon Ball Z is the only one I feel like I can take it. Like, like Naruto, I'm sorry, I gotta fast forward through your sob life story. I don't care, Rock Lee. Cry. I just don't want to see it.
Right.
Bleach, I'm sorry. I cannot watch you for 100 episodes chasing down some chick you like. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Dragon Ball Z, I will watch you power up and go Super Saiyan 3 for that episode.
I mean, it was just so awesome when he finally did. He finally defeated Frieza. And it's just the thing about it, it's just there's always one more villain that was more powerful coming after him. That was like, oh, you thought that guy was horrible. Here comes this guy, and he's like, you know, 1,000,000 times, like, over 9,000! You know? So, you know, it was just...
It's so silly. Amazing. Frieza was over 1,000,000. Over 9,000! Well, I guess 9,000,000 is technically...
And the thing about Dragon Ball Z, even if you make fun of it, like the abridged episodes, even if you make fun of it, you still love it. Like, if I really loved the show and people kept making fun of it, I'd be, like, upset. But I don't even care because Dragon Ball Z is just that good.
And then it's something that is so good and has such a strong fan base, it's never gonna die.
It's never gonna die. But, like, the whole series, it was just, like, it was
There's always
really
gonna be a video game.
I don't like Dragon Ball GT. Because to me, they messed up.
What are you talking about? There was no series after Dragon Ball Z.
We like to pretend like there was no series after Dragon Ball Z, but unfortunately there was one, and that's because they watered down the characters that were really, really cool and tried to add other characters that nobody liked.
They gave Trunks these really stupid shorts and this scarf.
And nobody liked Pan. Who liked Pan? Nobody liked Pan. She was so annoying. And then you took such a cool character that was Vegeta, and yes, I was talking about Vegeta again.
They gave him a mustache.
You don't water down Vegeta.
And you don't give him a mustache.
Like, the show notice the show didn't start getting interesting until Vegeta shaved his mustache and got leather pants on.
Okay.
It's just, hey, I'm just telling facts here. It's the truth.
When I first saw Vegeta's mustache, that was like the hardest I think I ever laughed in my life. But I felt embarrassed for him. Even though he's not a real person, I felt his embarrassment. I don't even know if he was embarrassed, but I was.
Well, tell us what you think. Tell us if you disagree with us. Tell us if you think we're crazy for our top 10 choices. I really don't care. Actually, I do care because I want, comments and stuff. But anyways, I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina.
And we're the Geeks.